Hello there. That's an intro. Anyway, hello there, everybody. This is General Snivy, and welcome to my next stream playthrough and my next Let's Play. Which, yeah, it's been far too long since I've done anything of the sort. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Kamiki. And hello, Meatoid, welcome to the stream, glad you can make it. Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents. It also tells of the wolf that risked it all to protect them. Controlling the very fabric of existence, this wolf stood up against the beast many times and its size and banished the darkness. This eternal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and admiration of the wolf. And it goes bork bork. And well, you know, my internet decides to work today. Now I say that, and it's going to take a big fat dump within the next few minutes. Welcome everyone to my stream playthrough of Okami HD. It's been far too long since I played the original Ōkami back on the PlayStation 2, like holy guacamole. Oh man, I've not played this re-release or any sort of re-releases of Ōkami HD whatsoever. Heck, I never even played the Wii port. Yeah, hopefully the technology gods is on my side this time. No freaking kidding, like, wow. Yesterday was a complete disaster, which I will go ahead and explain as we end up recreating my save data. The reason why I say recreating is because, well, I figured maybe this way will also just delete my entire playtime of the game, but it did not. But that's PlayStation for you. Anywho, what happened yesterday was I attempted to stream this game, but my internet was like, I don't feel like it. Why don't you ask me later? Which, hello, we're doing this now, gosh dang it. Work for me. Come on now. I feel like I was plankton in that situation, but hey, it is what it is. Yesterday was just one of those days where the internet was like, nah, I don't feel like working for you today, and yeah, we're kind of working with what we have, so... anyway, before we hop into the game, we're going to take a quick look at the options, and the reason why is because I did go over this a little bit the last time I even attempted to stream this game, and the reason why is because there are some settings worth going over. Let's see, camera controls. I'm going to invert the y-axis because down is up, up is down. That is the kind of camera movement I like working with. Sure, that mostly applies with flying games, but it also applies to just overall camera movement. I don't really like inverting x-axis. I used to do that when I was younger, but not anymore. As far as filters are concerned, though, I'm not too sure what this does, so I'm just going to leave this at normal. At least for the time being. I might mess with it another time, but hey, it is what it is. So, another setting worth going over here. As soon as the ad plays... screw it, I'll just say it anyway. Do I prefer inverted controls? That's rare. Really? Because I thought that was pretty common when it comes to inverting y-axis at the very least. Okay, on to original settings. So, original settings, what these are, these mostly applied more so with the aesthetic presentation of the original PlayStation 2 and Wii re-releases of the game. You can choose to change the aspect ratio here. So in the HD re-releases, the game is presented in a 16:9 aspect ratio. However, you can instead choose to play the game in its original 4:3, which, in other words, it looks more like a square rather than a rectangle. Not exactly the best mouse, move mouse up to look down is most definitely not common. Well, that's the thing, I'm not really a PC gamer. On controllers, inverting controls is the norm for me. PC, yeah, I would not play with inverted controls, but that's just me. And really, whenever I do play PC games, I play on controller because I'm a scrub-a-dub-dub. Alright, so as far as the other option, minigame, this is where the stream went to die. Perfect timing. I swear, that was like the perfect timing for an ad. I even played a 1-minute ad to try to make it so that didn't happen, but that's just Twitch for you. But anyway, the minigame, what does this mean? What does this do? Well, on the loading screen of the original PlayStation 2 release of the game, and I think this also applied on the Wii version too, but I could be wrong, I never played that version. But if you happen to tap the X button, or the corresponding button on the Wii, during the loading screens, you'll be able to increase the size of the paws that appear as the game is loading a new area. And if you happen to play well, you'll be given some really good goodies, some of which are incredibly rare, so definitely try playing the minigame and have it turned on. Why the heck would you not? That is basically a given. As far as other settings are concerned, I think we're good as is, so let's go ahead and apply the changes to everything. And of course, if you want to view additional help and tips and things like that, you can do so here. Look at the controls as well, which I'm probably going to go ahead and do that real fast because, let's be real here, like I've mentioned before, I've not played this game in God knows how long, and I've not played any of the HD re-releases. So, let's see, L2 views the map. And by the way, the touchpad also applies to the same as the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller, so keep that in mind. Let's see. We got Fleet Foot, that makes a lot of sense. It's basically the same sort of control scheme from what I've noticed, much like the PlayStation 2 release was. So, that's cool. Maybe it wasn't in the Wii re-release? I do not know for certain. I've not played the Wii re-release of the game. Funny enough, when it came to the Wii version of Ōkami, I think that was released about a year or two later. And much later, the original HD remaster for the game was released on PlayStation 3. And then years later, a new version was released on PlayStation 4 and Xbox consoles. And I think it eventually came to PC as well. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it did come to PC via Steam. I mean, who the heck uses the Epic Games Store? Am I right? Or, oh god, Uplay? Uplay? Uplay on Steam! Okay. Okay, I'm just joking. I'm just messing around. What can I say? Let me have a little fun, gosh dang it. But, anyway, the most recent re-release of Okami HD, as far as I know, is the Switch release, and that release was only just a couple of years ago. And I don't remember the exact date as to when that version was released, but as far as I know, it's the last console release of Okami HD. Maybe there will be a native PS5 and Xbox Series port in the future? Or a new Switch 2 re-release of Okami HD? Your guess is as good as mine. You never know what the future holds. Okami and Okami HD is just one of those classic games that people hold very dear to their hearts, myself included. I really do love this game. It's its overall art style and everything in between. And anywho, like I mentioned earlier, I've not played this release since getting my hands on it so many years ago, and I figured now's a good time as any to finally pick up the game and actually play it. And for those of you wondering, the decision of playing this game has nothing to do with the fact that Ōkami is finally getting a proper sequel. And no, Ōkami Den on the Nintendo DS doesn't count. That is a spiritual successor, or a spiritual sequel. It's not a natural sequel, okay? Let's get that straight. And also, I've not played Ōkami Den on the DS, so... yeah. Call me ignorant. I don't know that particular game whatsoever, so... I only know the original Ōkami, and nothing more, nothing less. I did do a little bit of research when it came to the HD re-releases of the game on Wikipedia before starting this playthrough, so I have a little bit of a general idea as to what's going on, and trying to refresh my memory, so to say. So, with that in mind, let's actually start a new game, and begin Ōkami. Story Hidaki Kayama. Or Kamiya, whatever. And it looks like it's just the intro again, so I guess I didn't need to read it earlier, but hey, better to show it off anyway. Long, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nested in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Okay, so different dialogue. Neat. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. What kind of secrets? Are they a miserable pile of secrets? No, it's shrouded in darkness. To saturate the saturate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on the next the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. But thankfully they did not turn into stone, but whatever. I almost said snow, but no one dared disobey the horrifying beast, which makes sense. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranumi. I probably mispronounced that name horribly. What can I say? My Japanese naming conventions is not great. I do know a little bit of Japanese sort of things and terminologies, thanks to certain animes like Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, but my Japanese is not exactly great, especially in the pronunciation department, so please forgive me if I mispronounce a name horribly. What can I say? Learning another language is hard. Heck, even English itself is hard. Moving on. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. I wonder if it wears sunglasses at night. Just kidding. That would be too cool. Anyway, people assumed that the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. Not to be confused with Orochimaru. Just saying. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranumi, rather, my mistake. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Like I said, my Japanese is kind of doo-doo. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white plumed arrow hurled the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the villager's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the Beast's Cave in place of his beloved. This is sounding kind of familiar. For anyone who's watched the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, aka the part before the whole Battle City tournament, this is pretty familiar. At least to me. Anyway, the Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. I wonder how this is going to turn out. Probably not too well, but we'll have to wait and see. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brightly. Alas, it was Shiramori, or Shiranui, whatever! Whatever. The wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying head, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. And it's bending the very fabric of reality! With the power of art. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dried crimson, stood exhausted before the might of Orochi. Well, things are definitely going south rather quickly. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow. But Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Excuse me. Looks like things are finally starting to turn around. Excuse me again. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his sacred and battered arms, he leapt fiercely towards Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. And he's not a CEO of a major insurance company. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Ooh, this is getting good. Grab your popcorns, ladies and gents. Orochi's broken body collapsed into a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Aww. And so they succumbed to their injuries, I'm gonna guess. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki Village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Yeah, poor Wolfie. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. Or so it would seem. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years have passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. And obviously, if you couldn't tell, there is no quote-unquote voice acting in this game. But this is the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend, nothing but a fairy tale. Oh boy. What have you done, you crazy fool? You have doomed us all! Oh boy. Just another day in the office, I guess. Ooh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds. Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me, and unleash my power. He's like, hell no. No way. Bye-bye, I'm going home. Oh, man. Now that Orochi is back, I wonder what's going to happen now. Is he going to reenact the whole sacrificial festival of death? Or what? What's going to happen now? Only one way to find out. And speaking of which, is he going to rule this whole land unopposed now since the wolf's god is essentially no more? Well, as they say, this is not where the story ends. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. It's more or less the continuation of the previous story, taking place 100 years later. But hey. Boom, baby! Nice save. And who might you be, young lady? Wood Spirita Sakuya. How troublesome! This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Well, that doesn't sound good. Amaterasu, now is the time! We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Boom, baby! And thus the wolf is alive again. More or less. It's been successfully reincarnated. Okami Amaterasu. Ah, such divine white light. Such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Well, that would make sense. You did just resurrect a wolf via a statue, you know. More or less transferred its soul, but I digress. At least I think that's what happened here. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. She's like, screw this, I'm going to bed. Amaterasu, gaze upon you and take into the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to a devious and vicious beasts. It has ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. Or is it Nippon? Whatever. I'm going to say Nippon. Like nip it in the bud. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please, use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. Well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to need an oversized key that looks like a sword and the power of friendship. But, a shield will ought to work too. What's this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Phew, what on earth? Well, that's one way to travel, and probably the best way. You again? Wow! Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting, that's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug? I told you 1,000 times not to call me that! I'm a wandering artist! The name's Issun. Wandering artist Issun. And an actual artist at that, and doesn't use the power of technology to generate art, which, if you do that, you are absolute garbage and are a travesty in the art community. Yes, I said it. AI bros can go suck it. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Sure. Sure thing, Issun. Nice throw. Although I gotta admit, that is a pretty impressive drawing. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, Furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it? Got it! You look just like the statue of a Shiranui. Shiranui, whatever. Whoa! What do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Issun. That is, assuming that you make it to tomorrow. Don't make me use my prized sword, Dekumaru, against you. Okay. I probably mispronounced that name horribly. What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? It took you till just now to notice. Wow, great job, buddy. Oh, great God, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. Excuse me. The village lives on. Their spirit lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees returned to normal, huh? No, really? I thought it went to Kansas. Anyway, that Sakuya girl sure said some weird stuff. You're telling me. The villager's spirit has been kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. The girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there, and if you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. Oh gee, buddy, you did say that you have a sword. Couldn't you just hop up the tree yourself and cut the thing down? Then again, maybe the thing is hanging too high up in the air, and it's a lot sturdier than a sword. Your guess is as good as mine. Anyway, this darkness is really getting to me too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. Ain't that the truth? Anyway, well, before we can even do much of anything, let's head inside the tree. Why am I not going anywhere else right now? It's actually quite simple. Because we can't really do anything else. Where are we? It got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the right stick to look around. L1 to change your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're gonna be okay? Dude. Okay, I definitely need to invert the X-axis controls, like, right now. Let's see. Can I do that? I could have swore that I could. Okay. I just have to hit the other side of the D-pad, or the touchpad, in order to do so. So, let's invert X-axis and Y-axis. And exit options. U. Okay, let's try that again. Invert X-axis, invert Y-axis. Okay, I might need to invert X-axis only. Let's try that. There we go, that's better. What's this? I'm glad I know that I'm not the only one who prefers inverted controls. I know someone else was mentioning that earlier as if I was a crazy person. Anyway, hold on. That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. So basically, they're save points. Like back in the Dark Ages, when autosave did not exist. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of game files. That way, you could always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, specifically while you're still learning the ropes. Speaking of which, I wonder how many save files I even am able to have in this game. Because I know in something like Persona 5 Royal, you have up to 16 save files. Persona 5 Strikers has up to, I think, 8. And Persona 5 Tactica has up to 12. As far as this game, you have up to 30 save files. Neat. So let's save over file 1. And I am thankful that I do have access to multiple save files, so that way I can easily create a backup if necessary. And I usually do that in case something goes wrong in the recording or the stream dies and it's just complete poo-poo garbage. All I'm saying is having multiple save files is a blessing, and the Pokemon Company should take lessons from that. At least in my opinion. Anyway, look at all those pots just waiting to be broken. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Press square to bust them with your head. Amaterasu used headbutt. It's super effective. Way to go, my furry friend. You can do that anytime you see something you can break. That sounds neat. And as you can see, those round coins are known as Japanese yen. They're still used as a currency today in Japan. As far as the current exchange rate between Japanese yen and US dollars, well, let's just say Google is your friend when it comes to conversions. Just avoid the AI summary, whatever you do, because AI is just plain wrong. Whoa, hold on there, Furball. Get a load of that! Get a load of this! That chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Press X to jump. No, really? I thought I'd jump around like a freaking rabbit with the R2 button. Then press X again to do a wall jump. But make sure you press it firmly so you jump really high. Ooh, like back in the old days of pressure sensitivity. Remember that on the PlayStation 2? I knew you could do it. They say good luck is found in high places. So keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure. Absolutely. What we got? A Holy Bone S. Amaterasu's favorite snack. Restores 3 units of solar energy. So basically, it's a health pickup. We can use them if we happen to get into trouble. Funny enough, when it comes to the whole health situation and just me playing the game in general back on the original PlayStation 2, the only time I've perished in this game was one time, but I was quickly revived and I was able to continue playing. Most of all, I never perished again from that point forward. So, yeah, this game's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to not die, but there are plenty of healing items out there to help you out if you need them. So, be on the lookout for them. Looks like the bridge is out. This shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? That's kind of long. Mind if I call you, Amy? Listen, Amy. Ever heard of spirits of the brush? Good brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Just watch. It'd take all day to explain. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Well, you know what they say, 1,000 words have never been spoken. And it also leads to a lot of copyright problems. For those who know, you know. Nice, huh? Just a little technique I've mastered called the rejuvenation. It's one of many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god's power that can restore broken or missing things. I practiced really hard just to master this one technique. But there are 13. Each one is a power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us, but god or no god, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? Well, you're kind of talking to one. Also, I haven't had a chance to show this off yet, but about a month ago, we got a new follower in the form of Bulbasaur the Mon, and yesterday, while my internet was taking a big fat doo-doo, we also got another follower in the form of Code Mezzo. Anywho, thank you both for the follows. I appreciate it. I apologize for not getting to those until now. You know what they say, better late than never. Anyway, this apparently is the River of the Heavens. The River of the Heavens. They mean the fabled Stardust River? But I sure don't see anything like that around here. It couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? I'm pretty sure it is. Remember when Issun was showing us the power of rejuvenation? Well, I'm pretty sure we can use that power to restore the river. However, we're going to need a little help to do that. Wow, look at the stars twinkle! I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. Hey, look! Are those stars forming a pattern, or is it just me? This one's missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star. And this one is being done for us, apparently. Looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press R1 to hold the brush, then press square to draw it. I sure spent a heck of a lot of time practicing that. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard. And thankfully it has some leniency, so long as you're anywhere near the line, then it works perfectly fine. Why if it isn't Mother Amaterasu? I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yamagami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and that managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of the stardust. Teach me, O Great One. Wow, that was Yamagami, the god of rejuvenation. Wait, so that has the power of rejuvenation now? Can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean that you were as good with a brush as yours truly. Nah, it couldn't be true. Who else could master this incredible god technique? And we also earned our first trophy, Yamagami. Learned how to use rejuvenation. As far as trophies are concerned, I would love to go for the platinum, and I am considering it. Though I'm still not 100% certain if I'm actually going to do that or not. Because going for the platinum, I think will require me to go for 100% completion. Wondering if drawing some stardust would get the river flowing again. Yeah, it's one thing to fix a bridge, but fixing a starry river? There's no way that could pull off a stunt like that. Oh, I wouldn't say that, buddy. The fun is only just beginning, and you never know unless you try. So let's give it a whirl now, shall we? There we go! River restored! That was easy. Whoa! A river of stardust! So this really must be the River of the Heavens. But what I really want to know is, who the heck drew the darn thing? You're speaking to her. And one thing I will mention now is, Despite the fact that Amaterasu can swim in this river without too much of an issue, she can't really do that all that well outside of this realm. Anywho, new treasure, Astral Pouch. Look. Oh, hello, Metoid. Thank you for the resub, man. I really appreciate it. Good lord. No, really, I do appreciate you doing that. Thanks, man. Anywho, look at what you found, Furball. This astral pouch here is amazing. It can swallow up lots of food. Then, when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. This is the item I was talking about earlier, which was used to revive me when I perished during my very first playthrough of the game back on the original PlayStation 2. I filled it once, it saved me, and I never died again. Let's start feeding it with whatever food we can find around here. Sounds good to me. And filling this up really is not that hard. Just go around, smash whatever pots you find, and we got an apple. Nectar-filled sour apple fills Astral Pouch a little bit. Neat. What else can we find? It's a peach. It's peachy, and it's not a princess. Anyway, juicy and fragrant peach fills Astral Pouch a little bit. Okay, what else? It's an orange. Orange with a sharp citrus taste. Okay, fills it a little bit. Anything else? No? Okay. I think as we go further and further into the game, we'll find more fruit and vegetables and things like that, which will fill our pouch later. It'll fill it a lot more, I mean. And also, when it comes to the loading screens, like I said, when it you can play a little minigame so long as you enable it in the menu. And to play the minigame, it's really, really simple. Just push X. And when there's no pulse going across the screen, just mash X. It's fun. Totally would recommend you doing it. 100%. Oh, hello. What do we have here? Can I read this sign? No, I don't want to headbutt it. I want to read it. Let's see. Fountain of Nagi. Nagi? What's his name doing here? Good question. And as I mentioned earlier, the river and the star heaven river, whatever the hell it is, you can swim in it indefinitely, but any other water source, you cannot swim for very long. If you stay in the water for too long, then Amaterasu will drown. And when she does, you'll just respawn in an earlier area. So be sure to keep your stamina meter in mind. And your stamina obviously is represented by your health. If you happen to drown, then you lose 1 unit of energy. So try not to drown, okay? Drowning a puppy is just bad, okay? It's a horrible idea. Dumplings. Doughy balls made from grain fills Astral Pouch a little. Neat. Let's keep going. And by the way, if you're wondering what the heck this stuff is behind Amaterasu, well, after getting a running start for a while, she'll start leaving behind a trail of flowers and grass. And at that particular point in time, she'll go zoom zoom. It takes a little bit of time from a straight point, but hey, it's worth it. Anywho, is this the legendary shrine? We must be in the cave of Nagi. The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil. He vanquished evil 100 years ago with the help of the White Wolf Shiranui. First the river of the heavens, and now this place. Where the heck are we, Furball? Boy, this place is a wreck. See, that sword is in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place. And I'm pretty sure we can fix it. All that's required is a little bit of thinking power and the power of art. See? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That really was your brushwork all this time. How'd you get so good? Exactly who are you, anyway? Oh, I don't know. I am Amaterasu, the sun god? Anyway. Hey, there's another constellation. The one looks like a... looks like a rat. Well, rats. And by the way, the more constellations we'll find, the more stars we'll have to fill. Ooh, that's a big sword. How the hell are you able to carry that in that teeny tiny little, pouch? Well, if it isn't Mother Amaterasu. It's been a long time, but with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to the ancient heroes. If there is anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I am at your service. Make good use of this sword as it was designed to conquer evil. As you can see, this is another version of the Blade of Evil's Bane, the Master Sword. Except it's bigger and longer and it's not the Bigoron sword. Just saying. Hey, that was the god Tamagami. Tachigami? Whatever. It is the master of the power slash technique. Wait a minute. If you're getting all these powers, then you're just like that Shiranui. In fact, she is Shiranui. She's just going under the disguise of Amaterasu. You know the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi? When Shiranui died, the wolf's power was split into 13 brush gods. This is crazy! Shiranui and Nagi? It's just like the legend! And no, it's not involving Zelda. Anyway, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about showing me your stuff on that boulder over there? Let me see you slice it in half by drawing a single line. I won't believe it till I see it. Okay. Boop! Wow! I didn't think you had it in you, Furball. I'm not even in the same league as you. Yes, I really overstated myself, or overestimated myself. Hey, Furball. Amaterasu. I've made up my mind. If you're Shiranui reborn, then that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good as you. Lucky you! She's like, yeah, I don't think so. It's no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. But enough about me. Now that you've mastered the power slash, you can cut down that thing Sakuya was talking about. Let's go back and give it a shot. Sounds good to me. And by the way, whenever major story events start happening, you will be given a directional arrow pointing you to your next destination. So be sure to follow it if you happen to want to follow the story. However, it's not a bad idea either to run around a bit and try to explore and find different things around you. Such as these grapes hidden under this rock that I just chopped in half like nobody's business. And here I thought I could jump further down into the shrine. And wouldn't that have been nice? Alas, it is what it is. No biggie. Well, we got what we came here for anyway. And also, it's not like we could leave here in the first place without learning the power slash. And by the way, the line does not have to be perfectly straight in order to cut the thing. Whoa, hello! What the? Where'd they come from? Ah, whatever. Draw first, ask questions later, right? You know that divine instrument you have on your back? Well, press the square button to use its power against them. Okay, that seems simple enough. Look, Amy! Once you caught them off guard and turned them black and white, they're easy prey for your brush, no matter how nasty they are. Grab your brush and give him a power slash. Okay. Bye-bye. Later. Ooh, I obtained a spirit globe medium. Humanity's space made solid. Restores 1 unit of solar energy. So it restores health. Neat. Okay. Not too bad. So when it comes to the battles, you are graded on your performance of how long you take and how much damage you receive. If you happen to see cherry blossoms, I believe that is the highest rank you can get. However, if the tree is just alive and just a plain ordinary tree, then that is the lowest rank. Then again, maybe the lowest rank you receive is it's one that is basically all but dead. And as you can see, the best way of dealing with enemies is to beat the ever-loving bananas out of them, and once they go down, oh, you have to leave, but they'll catch up on this part later. Okay, well, thank you for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully the rest goes well for you. And thank you so much again for the sub. I really do appreciate it. Anyway, what is this ink bottle? It's a bottle full of ink. Fills one of Amaterasu's ink pots. We'll start with only 3 pots, and the paint and divide. Earn a cherry tree rank on each item in the results screen. Okay, that was easy enough. Free trophy, I guess. Albeit wasn't 100% free, but still. So, when it comes to that particular minigame, when you start seeing the paws and then, what was his name again? The little bug guy? Issun, that's it, Issun. Once you start seeing that, that's when you start hitting the button in a rhythm. If you happen to hit it in rhythm, the paws will increase in size. If you happen to get all big paws and play in the right rhythm, you'll get something really good out of it during the loading screen. So basically having long load times is beneficial. So if you're playing this on base PS4, that would probably be your best chance of getting those things. So that's something to keep in mind. Ooh, a carrot. Actually, no, it's a ginseng. Roots bursting with nutrients. Fills astral pouch. Okay. Neato. I could probably use this to slash the pots. Yes, I can. Neat. And by the way, if you happen to run out of ink, you will not be able to use your celestial abilities until they have refilled. So, keep that in mind. And by the way, to refill the ink, all you have to do is just simply let it charge over time. It doesn't take too long to fill these inks. Especially when you're not in the middle of fighting someone. I'm just saying. Okay. Now that's finally done. Let's cut this down. Ooh. Pretty! And with that, the village has been restored. Albeit not to its perfect state, but still, it's restored enough that the populace can live. Wow, the village has been restored! Sakuya came through big time. She really was protecting the village. But I sure wish I could have spent some more time in her kimono. If you know what I mean. But seriously, with monsters running around and all, the village could still be in danger. Let's go see how they're all doing down there. Sounds like a plan to me. And by the way, you can always go back inside that place if you so desire, but really, once you complete the tutorial and attain whatever abilities that you're supposed to get in there, there's really no reason to go back. What's this? What in the world? I don't remember there being a statue here. Me either. Well, whatever. Let's go talk to the villagers. Although, considering that person looks to be a villager, perhaps all the other villagers are also turned to stone. I mean, the village itself is still mostly restored. However, there are some things that are still amiss here. Like, for example, the darkness is one thing. I've got a bad feeling about this. Kamiki Village is supposed to be famous for its scenic beauty. I wonder what's going on down there. Your guess is as good as mine. So, with that in mind, why don't we get down there and figure out what the flip is going on, other than everyone being turned into statues, apparently. There's definitely more to this than meets the eye. Usually a place like this would be cheery. Hey, there's a statue here too. It's like the villagers have been turned to stone or something. Whoa! What the hell? Not again! That's not one of those smaller monsters that's lurking about. A roar like that's gotta belong to something much bigger. Let's hurry up and find somebody with a pulse around here. That's gonna be a lot easier said than done, that's for certain. I wonder what we got in here, first and foremost. Hey, what are you doing? This is no time to be goofing off. Well, I suppose we can always explore this place later. Whatever. Amaterasu, can you please turn around? That would be great. Also, one other thing I haven't mentioned is, you may have noticed that little weird icon at the bottom of the screen towards the center. Well, that icon means you cannot turn the camera at that particular area, so that's something to keep in mind. In other words, the camera is fixed at that location. Nothing but statues, huh? Everyone is a statue around here, unfortunately. No good, this one's not moving. Everybody here was perfectly fine just a few hours ago. There's definitely something strange going on around here. The village is back, but what's up with this dark sky? Maybe it's dark outside the village too. Let's find some high grounder so we can take a look. Funny enough, we were just up there, so why the heck are we going back there now? Whatever. I guess the game's like, yeah, you're not supposed to be up here yet. Why don't you come back here when the... Let's go back to that sacred deck we were on before. Okay, so if you come up here prior, you'll get some unique dialogue. Neat. This is bad. The sun's not even shining. It's as black as night as far as the eye can see. And not a single villager can move a muscle. Is it some kind of curse? Did a monster do this? All these questions and more will be answered in the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. Just kidding. It's not going to stay like this forever, is it? If only the sun were out to light our way. If you could draw a circle in the sky, we'd have ourselves a sun. But I guess that'd be impossible, even for a god like you. Who do you think you're talking to? Maybe we better seek out another brush god for help. Of course, if you had that kind of power from the start, that'd be a different story. Why don't we give it a try? And also, the circle doesn't need to be a perfect circle. It can be a square for all we care. What the? Come to think of it, your name is Amaterasu. That's the name of the sun god. So, it followed that you have the sunrise technique from the start. With it, you could even turn night into day. Wow, you're no run-of-the-mill god, that's for sure. The following brush is like music from the heavens. That's a line from one of my grandfather's poems. He felt a skilled artist like a musician of shape and color. Since you're such a great artist yourself, why don't we name your brushwork after that poem of his? It's called Celestial Brush. And no, we're not talking about celestial dragons. And I'm not talking about the good ones from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We're not even talking about or referencing the ones from One Piece. No. This is the Celestial Brush. It's completely different. Anyway, after all, your brush did bring out the sun. Well, Emmy, let's go back to the village. We gotta see if the villagers are back to their normal selves now. Or back to normal now. Who are you? Hello there. Village Elder Mr. Orange. What a clever name. A white wolf? Not the ones who fought that terrible creature with Nagi? You couldn't possibly be the legendary Shiranui. No, it couldn't be. That story is 100 years old. Still, you look a lot like that statue of Shiranui. On the other hand, you don't look quite as smart. Really, dude? Really? Whoa, no need to growl like that. Can you really understand what I'm saying? Well, I'm not the one to mince words. I just state the facts. Ooh, looks like we're being watched. Hello there. What's this sudden chill down my spine? Here they come, Furball! Those are the monsters that been plaguing these lands. They sneak into villages and cause all sorts of trouble. Step aside, Furball! This is a job for my trusty sword, Dekumaru! Oh. Yeah, no. Boom, baby! Have a safe trip, Mr. Orange! See you next fall! And hello, The Real Pillow. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. And don't worry, you're not late. You're not that late. Honestly, I've only been going for like the past hour and 15 minutes approximately. There we go. All done. Nice. And by the way, the higher your rank, the higher bonus you'll receive, up to double your yen upon winning the battle. So keep that in mind. What's this now? Wow! You really got aggressive when you're mad, don't you? Hey, you got yourself some praise! And look, see how they drilled up spring began flowing again? That dried up spring began flowing again? That's because ridding an area of monsters restores the god's power to the land. People call it divine intervention. The more you restore the land to its natural beauty, the more praise you'll get. It's the source of your power. Few people believe in gods these days, and that may weaken you, but if you try real hard, your true power just might shine through. But boy, there sure's been lots of monsters around lately. And that Mr. Orange you tossed around on Sacred Deck looks like he thinks you're a regular wolf. Seems the gods have grown so weak people can't see them anymore. Anyway, I'll show you around the village. I have a feeling we're in for an epic adventure. This should be fun, Furball. I agree. And we also got another trophy. And Fleabag seeds. Or feedbag seeds. Freshly roasted seeds that seed-loving animals can't resist. Why, you little devil! Look at this sweet grub you found! Hey, wait! This is animal food. Still, we could save it to give to animals. Let's use it when we try to approach animals later. Something good might come out of using it in the right way. I know gods aren't supposed to use creatures in this manner, but what the heck. Let's make an exception this time. Oh, I almost forgot. There was something I wanted to tell you. Whenever you want to check the items you've obtained, just press the touchpad on the right-hand side to open the fan menu, which I did earlier. While the fan menu is open, you can check and use items you have. There are other things you can do there too. The fan menu is your key to a successful adventure. But of course, that is basically all but a given. A Spirit Globe S. Humanity's faith made solid. Okay. It restores health, so if we happen to have lost any, then we're good to go. I wonder, can I draw a circle and do this? No, I can't. So if you're wondering what I was trying to do there, I was gonna see if I can restore life into these trees, which as you can see, they're not exactly doing all that well. Why don't we feed you? Feed the birdie. It's a cute birdie. It also deserves lots of pets. Is this going to end anytime soon, or am I going to have to try skipping this? I'm going to skip it. Alright. So, yeah, if you happen to stumble across any animals along the way, so long as you have some feed available, definitely give it to them and you'll earn some praise. Ah, great Shiranui. Oh no. Okay. Ah, I feel it! I sense it! Foul beasts dwell in this place. Concentrate, look hard, you see right behind you now! Oh dear. Okay, well, thanks for the information. And also, it may seem like I stumbled into an ambush, but trust me, it was anything but. And by the way, one other thing worth noting is when you send an enemy flying into the air just as you make them game over themselves, slice and dice them into ribbons. This way you can get some really good goodies like this, a Demon Fang. And no, we're not talking about Demon Fang from Tales of Symphonia. Fang forged in demonic hatred, beautiful and deadly. These do have a use, however they won't come into play until quite a bit later. And as far as that lower left icon is concerned, that we'll have to go over later. Humans are not witness to such battles, but I saw it. The fighting went on for exactly 12 seconds. You fight well. I have chosen the path of Buddha, but in you I sense another power. And I see the path you have chosen is also a path of truth. Ooh, neat. Thank you. The monsters may be gone, but this place still lacks life. The land does not have enough power to give you the sacred tree. And by the way, you can choose to bite certain individuals if you want. And also, biting them doesn't really appear to do anything other than just make it so they're not amused. Although, that might come into play a little bit later. I don't recall using bite all that much, but we'll find out soon enough. I had just about enough of this. I don't know if stray dogs or monsters or what, but someone keeps messing up my crops. Going around digging holes with triangle makes me mad. If I catch you digging around here, you're gonna get a good thumping. Well, bring it on, lady, because I feel like going on a bit of a treasure hunt. Rumpa-pum-pum. Turnip. tuber with crispy texture fills astral pouch. And it fills it more than... I wonder if this is a minigame of sort. Wouldn't be surprised. And by the way, I believe if she catches you, then the minigame ends. And I'm pretty sure you can't go too far, otherwise the minigame just ends just like that. I wonder what the high score for this minigame is, or what I need to go for in order to earn a trophy. If I recall correctly, the amount of food you can store in your pouch, I think is 99 or 100. Seven turnips so far. Not too bad. Thankfully, if she does catch you, she'll try to attack you. But it is pretty easy to get away. If you see her getting ready to swing a big wallop towards you, run for the hills. It's that easy. Just be sure to space out your diggings. Just so that way, if she ends up getting close, she can easily just stop digging and run. Then come back and dig it up some more. Really? It figures. I happen to dig up the final turnip and then I get hit at the very end. That's just me. Dang it. Right at the end, too. Okay, we'll leave that one behind. Okay, leave me be, lady. Go away, Karen. I guess you can also play this minigame over and over again to fill up your pouch relatively quickly, so that's something. And I'm pretty sure these respawn infinitely so long as you're playing the minigame. Or when you start initiating it. Did she just teleport? Okay, game, you're being weird. Oh, then again, maybe this is just a normal everyday occurrence. Thankfully, the lady herself is relatively slow, so at the very least, if she does end up teleporting, at least it's not right on top of you. No, this is not being developed by any of the Call of Duty teams. Not by Infinity Ward, Treyarch, or Sledgehammer. Oh, hello, doggy. Dog eat dog. Oddly shaped turnip. Hey, that's the oddly shaped turnip. How about you has been looking for? That means you've broken Habaya's record by digging up all 10 turnips. Gosh darn it! Fine, you're the better canine. Anyway, it actually feels good to have a new goal to aim for. Wow, I didn't even realize that was something that counted towards 100% completion. So, that's neat. Behold, the new king of hole digging, Snivy! Your name shall go down in history here in Kamiki Village. If you're wondering what the point of biting that other dog was, there isn't one. Ooh, what's this? Exorcism Slip S. Paper depicting a holy incantation. Slightly damages nearby enemies. So in other words, it's an item that you can use against enemies. 2. A white wolf, now that's a rare sight. Did you come down from the mountains just to play with us? Well, you better be careful, dear. Lately some monsters have been attacking the villagers. You even know who you're talking to, Grandma? This here is Shiranui, reborn. The wolf and I have it covered. Those monsters are history. I guess you can say they're ancient history. Ha-ha! Well, if it isn't Issun and riding a wolf, are we? This one certainly resembles Shiranui, especially the nose. Well, I better get back to my work. Here to listen to the ramblings of an old woman, are you? Well, I was doing the laundry, but when it was ready to dry, I noticed my drying pole was gone. Oh, whatever shall I do? Sounds like a cry for help. Might as well fix that. I said, might as well fix that. There we go. That's better. All fixed. A new drying pole? Oh my, where did that come from? The gods must have answered my prayers. How wonderful! Time to dry the laundry! Well, I'm glad I was able to hang my laundry, but the sun seems to be so far away these days. Maybe it doesn't like all those monsters that are lurking about. If only it would shine closer to my laundry, dry in a second. Okay. That seems simple enough. Boop. My word! The sun has suddenly drawn so close! And everything's not on fire! My laundry will be bone dry in no time, and somehow it will not shrink. First my pole, and now this? Will the miracles never cease? Maybe I ought to make some cherry cakes to offer to the sun. Come back tonight if you want some too, Snowball. No one makes better cherry cakes. They're mouth-watering good. That actually sounds really good. I could go for something like that right now. Don't worry, dear. I'll make enough cherry cake for you too. You just make sure to come to my house tonight, okay? By the way, I think in order to pass time, you might need to draw in the sky a crescent moon. Or I can't do that yet. That could be one thing. Could be another. Who the heck knows? Well, anyway. Sheesh. He's always snoring like a bear. This is the home of the 2-bit middle-aged warrior Susanoo. He goes around claiming to be a descendant of Nagi. He's famous around here for his lineage, but he's awfully lazy and too off the wall to be a descendant of a legendary hero. Sounds a lot like Hercule Satan from Dragon Ball Z. Like especially DBZ. Just saying. What do we got down here? Why don't we go find out? Looks like this guy's dead asleep. I am the greatest. Ooh, Kushi, let's... Whoa, looks like he ain't waking up anytime soon. He's out cold. And you may be thinking, why don't I just bite his ass and wake him up? Yeah, Amaterasu cannot do that to him for some weird reason. Don't ask questions. Maybe we'll be able to do it later? Who knows? If you're wondering why is it that I'm taking my sweet time going around here, and the reason for that is because, well, it's been far too long since I've last played this game, so therefore I may not be 100% familiar with the game and I have to get myself re-familiarized with it. No, Amaterasu, I don't want to go for a swim. I want to... Amaterasu, stop it. And here I thought I could double jump. No, I think that comes later, now that I think about it. Well, there were those houses that were around here earlier, so it might be worth a look. Also, this celestial mirror looks a lot different than the previous one. Well, believe it or not, this particular mirror, they're scattered throughout the lands of this game, and as far as I know, if we find another one, we'll be able to use it to fast travel from one mirror to another, so long as we've already found it. So that's something to keep in mind. Well, what a fine-looking wolf! What's your name? Mine's Kushi. It's a pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Sake brewer Kushi. Working in the fields again, are ya? Issun! Are you and the wolf together? This is where I grow the rice from for making my sake, you know. But I have to manage the harvest all on my own. It's hard to work. It's hard work. Maybe I should have Susanoo give me a hand again this year. Oh, listen to me blabbering on. I just can't help chatting to you. Hmm? Why, Emmy, I think you found a friend here. You'll meet many people who want to talk to you like this. You should talk to them 2 or even 3 times. Being a god and all, you can actually tell when to talk. Because you'll be seeing a triangle above their head. That means they still have something to say. It might even be valuable information sometimes. They may just be muttering to themselves, but it pays to listen. Absolutely. That's basically RPG 101. Susanoo's a neighbor of mine. He's a little unusual, but he goes around with a huge sword slung over his shoulder. He's always practicing with it. They say he's a direct descendant of our legendary hero Nagi, and he loves his sake too. He often pops around here to buy it. It actually sounds really good. I never tried sake myself. I mean, I don't know if it's bitter like beer or if it's more on the sweet side like wine. If anyone here has had sake themselves, let me know. What does it taste like? I would love to know. Anywho, make sure to say hello when you see Susanoo. He could use a friend, I should think. He's always on his own. I definitely agree with you there. He could definitely use a friend. Ooh, rice balls. Balls of rice wrapped in seaweed fills astral pouch a little. Ooh. And we got a bale of rice. Let's see. Fills the astral pouch. Neato. One very nice thing about acquiring food to fill your pouch is, upon acquiring the food for the first time, you will get a little bit of information about the the food, but when it comes to acquiring it again, don't worry. You won't get another pop-up saying, hey, stop the game, I got a blue rupee, every single time you open the game and close it, you know what I mean? This isn't one of those games. For those who know, you know. Yay, Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! So that's what you get upon getting all big paws during a loading screen. Well worth your time. Anywho, next food, watermelon. See, sweet and juicy fruity treat fills astral pouch. Although, when it comes to me and watermelons, I don't really like them all that much, and the reason why? They don't have a taste to me. They don't taste like anything. And despite the lack of taste, it's just... no, I don't like it. I don't know why, I just don't. Smells like her. Smells like who? This must be where she ages the sake. Smells good, doesn't it? I've never actually seen sake being brewed. Although, I will say sake is not really a common drink you would find here in the States. It's more so common found in, say, Japan or maybe even China, but definitely not here. That's for certain. Also, chicken. Chickens. I wonder what it would be like if I roasted them. Then again, it probably wouldn't work. No! If his mama catches you snacking, she'll clobber you good! Funny enough, we ended up getting smacked once earlier. That was by accident, mind you, but still, just saying. Dang it, no more demon things. Oh well, no biggie. Okay. What else do we have over here? One other thing worth noting here is when it comes to using your celestial abilities, the more powerful the attack, and also the bigger the lines are, then it will consume more of your celestial power. So that's something to keep in mind. Also, I just got a text message saying that my package has arrived. Cool. So for those who don't know what I was talking about here, recently I ordered some new pans. Yesterday I received the cookie sheets, and today I have I apparently just got a text saying, hey, your new pizza pan has arrived. So that's nice. Hopefully Mom picked up the pan from the porch. Because the UPS people around here, they tend to mix up our mail with our neighbors who live in the same building. Which, yeah, that does kind of suck, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Thankfully, it's not that big of a deal. You know, we just give the mail to the other person whenever we receive them. And it's as simple as that. Heave! Heave! This is weird. My mind really wants to ship this rock. But my body won't cooperate. It's like I'm made of lead. Could this be a case of demonic possession? I sure hope not. This is interesting. Oh, speaking of interesting. Looks like we got ourselves some new foe. And whenever a new enemy appears, we will get a nice little introduction to said villain. And we'll be able to see a bit of a portrait when it comes to, oh my god. Let's try this. I'm pretty sure there is a faster way to slash at the enemies. Although I can't quite remember what button combination that you need to use, but I do know it was a thing on the PlayStation 2 release. And I'm sure the HD remaster also has this. There we go. Accumulated more praise. Whoa, Emmy, you suddenly started glowing. That means your divine attributes can be enhanced. Well, you sure do look excited. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Let's take a stab at enhancing your divine attributes. I'm going to open the fan menu where you'll see your divine attributes. Use the praise you've accumulated to enhance any attribute you want. So we can enhance either our standard health, our celestial power, or our astral pouch, or we can increase our wallet size. And each one of these costs a certain amount of praise. So at this point we have 76 praise. And unfortunately we do not have enough to enhance these just yet. So we can enhance either our ink pot or our solar energy. So I'm going to go with this first. There is a finite maximum value, and the more praise you earn, the stronger you'll become. So whenever you see yourself glowing like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, inject that praise into your very soul and increase your power to ultra maximum. So that's something. Well, is it all coming back to you or what? Huh? It's hard to notice such a small enhancement. Oh, lighten up, Furball. This is one big step for the new and improved Amaterasu. Keep up the good work. Oh, I almost forgot. We better check in on that dude. Ah, I feel as light as a feather now. Sadly, that doesn't make it any easier to shift this boulder. Who went and blocked the only path out of here anyway? There's no way I can get back to the city now. Say, pup, your owner lives here in the village, right? So you must know that guy, Susanoo. Can you get him to come here? They say he's the descendant of the legendary hero Nagi. If anyone can do something about this rock, it's him. That's strange. This boulder wasn't here before. I have to agree with you there, buddy. I guess now we can finally talk to Susanoo. And yes, I believe that is the proper pronunciation, Susanoo. Like the Susanoo from Naruto Shippuden. Although it's not the same Susanoo, it's not that badass. I am the greatest. Oh, Kushi, let's wake this guy up. Oh, what the? Huh? Oh, I feel so well rested. I planned to meditate underground, but I fell fast asleep. Who are you? And what business do you have with Susanoo, the greatest warrior ever? The great warrior Susanoo. Do even the beasts know of my great exploits now? Well, Fido, I'm not looking for apprentices. Go back to the mountains and play with your monkey friends. Wow, jerk. How dare a mingy mutt like you interrupt my meditation? I'm pretty sure that was not meditation. That was just pure sleep. Get a load of this guy, all brawn and no brains. Quit messing around and come with us. You snuck in here again? Quit bugging me, you bug! I told you, don't call me a bug! Come on, Emmy, we're taking him with us. What do you think you're doing? Put me down this instant! What will the neighbors think? I think they would think I'm quite cute. It's quite adorable. Anywho, free trophy. Looking over the trophy list yesterday after the failure that was the previous attempt of doing this game, yeah, there are quite a number of trophies, and it looks like a lot of them come to you as you progress through the game. Why don't we see what the neighbors have to say? Boy, you're such a weird... You're sure weird, Susanoo. Is that supposed to be some new kind of training or what? It better not be you messing up my garden, Susanoo. You get a good thumping if it is. Oh, believe me, I've already messed up that garden earlier, and then some. What do you have to say? Oh, Susanoo, that sure looks fun. But shouldn't you be practicing your swordplay? Yeah, she does have a point. But I also find it kind of funny how Susanoo is basically saying nothing. Oh, hello, Susanoo. Looks like you've made a good pal there. Snowy really likes you. Yeah. I know I'm just dilly-dallying, but what can I say? I like having a little fun once in a while. Deviate off the beaten path. Go exploring. See what other people have to say about certain situations and things like that. Maybe even try doing a little bit of sequence breaking, you know what I mean? I hope you're not mistreating that fine wolf. Oh, don't worry. We're fine. In fact, she can handle it. She's carrying him like a champ, as if she was one of them Cyclozar bikes. You know what I mean? What happened to Mr. Orange? Isn't he still here, or... Oh, there he is. I was wondering what he was up to. Susanoo, stop frolicking around! The day is meant for work! Come give me a hand if you have time to waste like that! Okay. Guess there's nothing else to say. I mean, that should have been a given, but hey, it is what it is. Neat. Nice shortcut. What can I say? I like having a little fun here and there. Hell, I like doing it every single day. Honestly, when it comes to the whole upgrade path thing, I feel as though your ink should be prioritized over health, but that's just me. Same also holds true for your wallet. You mangy mutt! You brought me all the way here just to test yourself against me? Then prepare to taste the wrath of my trusty blade, Tomboku! Hold up a minute. You're the legendary Susanoo? Yup, none other than Susanoo, the greatest warrior who ever lived. And by the way, never interrupt warriors engaged in battle. But I've got a favor to ask you. This huge boulder blocking the path is really getting in my way. Can't you do something about it? What? Come on, please. I mean, you are Nagi's descendant, aren't you? Surely one stone's no match for your mighty skills, right? This is certainly not beyond my ability. Really? Great! Okay then, no time like the present. Go for it! Wait! A boulder of this size is not very easy, even for me. This will require my utmost focus to magnify the power of my sword. I shall retire to the training grounds to make preparations. Wait for my return. I wonder. I've never seen the guy train seriously, ever. Who the heck put this big rock here? It's blocking the only road out of the village. Doesn't look like we could squeeze through anywhere. Besides, I don't even know if it's safe to leave the village yet. I would have to agree with you there. Might as well see what Susanoo's training is like. I wonder if he's as good as he says he is. I guess that's a no. I know I told that merchant I could help, but a boulder of that size? I don't care if I'm of a legendary bloodline. It's just too big. Oh no, I can't believe I run out of sake at a time like this. This won't do one bit. That's it for today. I'm just gonna have to train tomorrow. I can't train without a sake to fuel the fire. Training will just have to wait till tomorrow. Why do today what can be put off until tomorrow? That's doing things the Susanoo way. Sake, Oh yeah, this village has a sake brewing girl, doesn't it? It does. Why don't we go and say hello? Perhaps she can help. I mean, I don't see why she wouldn't. She apparently has a relationship with him, so... Oh, hello there. I got a bit of a problem, you know. I have to polish rice in the mill house before I can use it. But the mill's broken. A wicked monster broke it the other day. That's quite a predicament. It's hopeless trying to make good sake without clean rice. Wow, that's too bad. I should never have left that monster try my new Thunder Brew. A broken mill and flattened crops. That's all the thanks I get. Don't go giving monsters sake. They're bad enough sober. Sheesh. What was she thinking? Anyway, I guess this is a matter of fixing something that's broken. Sounds like something you could handle with your brush, Emmy. Absolutely. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the pets. I really appreciate it. That's adorable. It would be nice if she got some belly rubs too, because she most certainly deserves it. There we go. All done. What's this? The mill's been mended. Who on earth did that? I'd completely given up on the idea of making my sake. But now I can get on with polishing the rice. Well, no time like the present. I better get started. I wonder, can you fix that earlier than you're supposed to? Probably not. But who knows? I never actually thought about trying it. Kind of funny, I never even noticed until now, but hey, it is what it is. You're interested in how to brew sake, are you, Snowy? Well, this thing here is for polishing the rice, you see. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've got something I think you'll like. It's just something leftover, some leftover stock from the store. But I made it myself. It's called Vista of the Goddess. Oh, but are you even old enough to drink, Snowy? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, Amaterasu was only just recently resurrected, so it's hard to say if she's only like 10 years old, 15 years old, or if she's actually over 10,000 years old. Who the hell knows? Technically speaking, she might be 115, but I don't know. Video game logic. Brewing sake is my whole life, you know. One day I'll produce sake that's to be remembered in legend forever. Well, I hope you're able to achieve your dream, young lady. Yay, Demon Fang. Coolio. Funny enough, I think if you're speedrunning this game, you definitely do not want to have the minigame enabled. It kind of stinks, but it is what it is. Hmm? Hold it right there, Fido! That smell! Is that Kushi's famous homebrewed sake? Here you go. Here's the Vista of the Gods. Fido, my friend, did you bring me some of Kushi's sake? Oh, what a glorious day! Ah, good old sake! A man without drink is like a warrior without his trusty sword. Yeah, alcoholics would like to have a word with you. I'm just saying. In fact, it is said that Nagi himself relied on the power of sake in his battle with the dreaded Orochi. It's all so clear now. Let the training begin! I'll just try a bit of my usual routine. Okay, here I come! And by the way, you need to execute some divine interference. Why? Because if you don't, well, it ain't gonna get cut. Not with that wooden blade. Just saying. Feast your eyes on this! Susanoo style! Exploding implosion! Susanoo style exploding implosion! Bam, baby. Bye-bye, Boulder. See you in hell. That's amazing! You sliced that huge rock clean in half! You really are something. Wow, I didn't think you could do it, Pops. Me either. I mean, of course I could! After all, I am Susanoo, the greatest warrior ever! You weren't just showing off when you said you're Nagi's descendant. Someone like you you'd have no trouble fighting off monsters, huh? Well, anyway, thanks a lot. Now I can start doing business again. Did you say monsters? Oh, of course, no problem. This is a job for the most skilled warrior in all of Nippon. Yes, I shall rid these lands of the vile presence. Their vile presence. Just sit back and watch the great Susanoo work his magic. He shouldn't get all puffed up. He's nothing without us. I think he'll be okay. The monsters outside the village are nasty. Ah, glorious Amaterasu. Hello there, young lady. We meet again. What a pleasure to witness your heroic deeds. I am in awe. When you cleave the boulder into two, my heart skipped a beat. To see your skills with the brush is to be witness to great art. Yeah? So do we get a reward or something, lady? I hardly think your participation had any impact, little bug. It's soon! It's soon! It's soon! It's soon! Stop calling me a bug! I'll crawl back into your kimono if you say that again! My word! Ah, relax, lady. Furball here's more comfy anyway. Let's get back to that reward thing you were talking about. Come on, Emmy. Put your paw or something... Oh, go on! Shake! I must apologize. I would like to reward you, but I'm afraid I haven't the power. I can barely muster enough strength to make a flower bloom. Though my body stands firmly here, within the confines of the village, my roots spread far and wide, protecting remote areas outside. These parts of me are known as guardian saplings. They control the praise and admiration that gives me strength. Or they collect it, whatever. The recent evil is eroding the guardian saplings. If this continues, I will wilt away as well, and my power will vanish. Worse yet, the dark power grows stronger with each passing day. Life as we know it will be consumed utterly in no time. Oh man, this is getting heavy. Great and powerful Amaterasu, could I be so bold as to request your assistance in rejuvenating these guardian saplings by lifting the curse that enslaves them? I shall mark the locations of the nearby saplings on your map. Okay, sounds good to me. So, in order to restore them, I think it's pretty simple to do. Although, we're going to need more divine energy in order to do it. I have grown tired. I haven't even the strength to speak now. I hope that my request has not fallen on deaf ears. Amaterasu, may the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. We'll see you later. Bah! I'm always itching for a good fight, but I sure don't want to poke my nose into this mess. Still, I'm stuck with Furball here till I get all the brush skills. Anyway, Amy's a god and all. What could possibly go wrong? Hey, did you listen to her, Furball? You get the rest of the brush techniques to save the world, and I'll steal and learn them. Yeah, that's the ticket. You do know that Amaterasu can understand you, right? At any rate, let's start by following those marks on the map. Sounds good to me. Although it makes me wonder, can I actually do something now? Probably not. Would be nice, but hey, worth a shot. Yeah, thought so. Anywho, in order to make time pass, I think we will eventually be able to gain the ability to do so upon our own free will. But right now, we can't exactly do that. Oh. Didn't really mean to bite the bunny. I thought maybe I could feed him, but no, not quite. Okay then, guess I better offload some stock before heading back. Feel free to take a look if you've been sent to do some shopping, pup. Alright, let's see what you got. We can also sell items if we so desire, such as tools, fish, and treasures. Treasures, I believe, can just be sold, and you don't need to worry about holding on to them. So, let's see here. Vengeance Slip. Paper depicting karmic backslash. Temporarily deflects enemy attacks. Neat. Let's see. Steel Fist Sake. Temporarily increases attack power, increases defense, restores 3 units of solar energy. Holy Bone S. Yeah, that's all he has for sale. So, let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy me some, one of these, and just buy one type of feed each for now. As far as what else? You know what, I'm gonna see if I can buy as much as I can. There we go. That'll do for now. And at this point, I can definitely go around and feed some more of the animals. So, let's see. Maybe feeding you, let's feed you some seeds. Okay. Spurred no interest. Let's try the herbs. Okay, cool. That worked. Thankfully, if it didn't spur any interest upon the animals, if you're trying to give them the wrong feed, it doesn't consume it, so that's nice. The feed is only consumed upon feeding the animal their proper food, so that's cool. Alright. There you go. Have some feed. Nice. As far as how many demon fangs you can get per loading screen, I think it depends on the length. Ooh, it's nighttime now. And here I thought the passage of time wasn't really a thing in the villages, while you're in the villages, but I guess I was wrong. So I guess now we can actually talk to more of the villagers during this time. Hey, it's the new king of the hole digging. Okay. Still, Habaya's never gonna stop trying to break it. You're always whispered to that white pooch, aren't you, Mushi? You really can talk to dogs then, can you? If that, how about you sort of dig one more hole in my field? She'll be in for 100 thumps from me. Yikes. Well, you don't need to worry about that, buddy. Okay, not bad. There you go. Give the feed to the chickens. By the way, I'm pretty sure there is a trophy associated for feeding all the animals in the world. As far as what that trophy is, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure there is a lot of animals out there that you need to feed. And as far as I know that Super Butterbuns is currently doing a playthrough of this game. Then again, she probably already finished. And I'm just being a freaking goober. But who knows? It's not like I keep up with everyone under the sun. I'm surprised that did not wake her up. What a cutie pie. Ah! I shouldn't even be thinking about that. Oh, and by the way, if you couldn't tell, food does not stick around forever. So that is something you need to keep in mind. If you're wondering why it is that I haven't left the village yet, I'm kind of interested in those cherry pies. Sky's still all dark and gray. Well, not really gray. It's more like shrouded in pure darkness. Like darkness within darkness. You know what I mean? What else? What else? One other thing worth mentioning here is whenever you see one of these mirrors, you want to save your progress always. Always save your progress. You never know what will happen. The worst can definitely happen if you're not careful and if you let your guard down. Dang, fell out of rhythm. Oh well, at least I got one more demon fang out of it. Huh? You probably know this already, Emmy, but this here is a Shinshu field, the most beautiful field in Nippon. At least it's supposed to be. But ever since that incident, I've been getting a bad vibe. We better watch where we're going. You can look at the map by holding down L2. Let's pay attention to the map as we push ahead. Sounds like a good idea, because I think if we stumble upon the wrong area, which is shrouded in darkness as you can see up there, then that is a problem. Emmy, that's the first Guardian sapling marked on our map. It's supposed to be a place for travelers to rest and recuperate, but just look at it. It looks like it could fall over at any moment. This place is definitely cursed from the looks of it. Places where evil has taken hold, luring monsters from far and wide, are known as curse zones. But I've never seen one this big. It's withered all the plant life in the area, even that big tree. It'd take a monster with powers beyond even a god to do this. That tree is an offshoot to Sakuya, and protects nature in the area. Maybe the natural beauty here would return if we revived it. But how the heck could we do that anyway? Perhaps we'll be able to use the power of celestial energy, but first, we gotta deal with these guys. Albeit, it is technically optional, and as you've noticed, there are cracks in this veil here. If you happen to break one open, you'll be able to escape, but I would not recommend trying to escape. And the reason as to why is because you won't earn very much experience, plus that power thing that is on the lower left-hand corner of the screen. As you do more and more consecutive battles, you'll get better rewards and bonuses as you continue to fight multiple battles in a row. Also, I'm pretty sure the scrolls that are flying around the map and all, they dictate the difficulty of the battle that you're going to be stumbling into. If you happen to get near one, it will travel towards you, and a battle will commence. When it comes to battling, I would highly recommend battling as many of these monsters as you can. This way you'll be able to get lots of yen, lots of yen, really, that's the best way of putting it. There we go. Ooh, demon thing. By the way, when it comes to using your Celestial Brush and Celestial powers in general, you can take as long as you want in most situations. You can take as long as you need to in order to execute whatever technique that you wish. So in other words, activating the Celestial Brush is the same as using Chaos Control in the Sonic the Hedgehog games. So that's something to keep in mind. I wonder, what would happen if I stepped into one of these? Holy cow, this is bad! It looked like your regular old curse zone from back there, but the evil here is far worse close up. It would curse a normal person in a flash. I'm afraid it might even rob you of your power. So in other words, we can't stay in these curse zones for long. It's like drowning. If you stay in the curse zone for too long, then you'll just respawn at your last valid checkpoint. And here I thought I could get a nice multi-kill. Oh well, it is what it is. There you go. As you can see, a portal has technically opened up within this veil, but if you happen to jump out of it, you will be able to escape, but again, your power will be forfeited. As far as what the barrier does, I'm not 100% sure, but still something worth keeping in mind. Oh, okay, that's what it does. It helps prevent damage. The more battles you do, the less likely you're going to take damage. But as soon as you escape, even once, then that power is reset to 0, so keep that in mind. Thankfully, you can regain this power by doing more and more battles. Nice! Triple kill! Didn't expect that, but hey, it worked out. Oh, and by the way, I haven't mentioned this yet, but you can bark by pushing the circle button. There's not much of a reason to bark, but you can do it just for fun, and just to break the monotony. Well, you look at that, Emmy. This guardian of sapling's a wreck. So that's why Sakaya is hurting so bad. I bet the natural beauty would return if you revived that tree. But how could you possibly do something like that? You need a special power that could make a withered tree bloom. It's true. And unfortunately, we do not have that power. However, there was another mark on our map that we could take a look at. If I can push the right button, that is. L2. That's it, L2. Oh, neat. The game still progresses in real time. I don't remember if this was still a thing in the original PlayStation 2 release, or if it was just another static screen. Either way, it's still handy, especially when you're trying to follow the map in real time. One other thing you can definitely do against these guys is intentionally covering them in ink. This will temporarily blind them for just a few moments, allowing you to score an extra hit or two. And best of all, it doesn't consume any energy, so keep that in mind. And yeah, fighting these guys does help with earning praise, so definitely keep that in mind as well. What just happened? I was out here chopping wood and commuting with nature as usual, when I heard a loud rumbling like an earthquake from the lake. Then a huge gust of wind blew up out of nowhere. I don't know what happened next, but when I came to, it was like this. My artworks workship was just across the stream there, but it up and vanished when this cursed zone appeared. The earth must be angry. All I want is to live with nature in peace, man. But now I can't. I noticed a figure running from the lake towards Kamiki. Whoever it was, man, I hope Mother Earth keeps them safe. What's up, nature buddy? Curious about that cave? It's the entrance to the place called Hana Valley. Or Hana Valley. I'm gonna say Hana Valley. The size of an amazing waterfall, but monsters have moved in now. There's a trippy crystal ball that makes plants grow enshrined there. You'd think gardeners would be flocking here for it. Actually, not long ago, the Susanoo guy went marching in there. It's weird. Normally he runs away at the sight of monsters. And he hardly seems the type to try his hand at gardening. Anyway, it's bad karma, man. You could get attacked if you went in. Well, thank you for the advice. And don't you worry your pretty little head. I'll be careful. I'm Amaterasu, after all. I am a frickin' goddess. Everyone makes a symphony about me. Gosh dang it. Oh wait, that's Zelda. But my point still stands. Okay, let's keep moving. And by the way, yeah, that water is definitely cursed. Don't swim in the water, whatever you do. Otherwise, you're gonna drown in no time flat. If you're wondering why the heck it is I'm mashing during that particular loading screen, it's actually quite simple, sweetheart. Because if you mash for long enough, then eventually you'll be able to uncover a demon fang. But that is a lot easier said than done. Because you gotta mash like mad. Or better yet, have a turbo controller in order to be able to get something like that done. But hey, I'm just saying. Ooh, treasure. I want it. Yoink. Traveler's Charm. Protects travelers from danger. Increases godhood by 1 level. So, I'm gonna guess that icon in the lower left-hand corner is godhood. So if it's green, everything is fine. If it's gone, then you're gonna be in trouble. And if you couldn't tell, godhood protects you from damage. Bazinga, baby. Oh, okay. I was wondering, like, where the hell did my shield go? It was because my, my ink ran out. There we go. So, as you can tell, if you do not have enough ink, then obviously you're going to be in a world of trouble. Ooh. Oh. Well, that's a problem. Huh? We got rid of the monster, so why did the god's power disappear? Guess the curse on the gods of these lands must be really strong. They can't intervene till we do something about the stagnant air. I have to agree with you there, buddy. Because this place looks like, woof. And no, I'm not trying to make a pun. Nice feedback for fish. It's irresistible to those who love fish. Ooh, deadly tree. Hey, check out that tree. It's moving. Better be careful, Amy. You see that? It just threw some fruit at us. Show it with me business. Try to hit its fruit back at it. Draw one quick stroke to hit the fruit. You remember how, don't you? I do. Boom. Done. Look, you stunned it with its own fruit. Let's pass on by this creepy old tree while we can. You could also just run, too. And you'll be fine. But really, I would highly recommend deflecting these things back at the enemies, or just at the evil trees. If you don't, then you're gonna get hit, and it's just gonna be a very, very bad time. I'm just saying. Thankfully, these cursed trees are not gonna stick around forever. Ah, D. Oh, D. The statue's all dirty. I kind of feel sorry for it standing in a place like this. There we go, that's better. I guess getting hit by the fruit really isn't that bad. It could be worse. Hmm? What's this? What a strange pattern. Whoa, looks like we got company! Great. And it looks like we have a new enemy amongst us, too. Ooh, that's a big boy. Bada binga, bada booma. By the way, I'm pretty sure these enemies do have proper names and are connected to Japanese folklore. However, I don't quite know their exact names. I just call it as I see it because I'm just a filthy casual who is completely uncultured. Just saying. I'm surprised that still worked. I want that, please. There is one other thing worth mentioning here, and that is those scrolls that which we ran into earlier. The scrolls, for the most part, you can escape from them if you run into them. However, some of the other scroll, or some of the other forced encounters, like the ones that were in here, there is no escape. So that is something to keep in mind. Ooh boy. Looks like our god level has dropped down to 0. Which means at this point we will start receiving damage. All done. And another one bites the dust. Okay, so the lowest rank is just a cursed sapling. Oh, that's something. Either I just learned this now, or it's something you learn every single day. Whatever. Moving on. What's all that racket? Oh, it's you, Mutt. What are you doing here? Go home! I already told you I'm not looking for apprentices! Anyway, Hana Valley is no place for a mutt like you. Beyond this point lies my secret training ground. It's the perfect place to hide. Huh? What? I mean, to train. Now, scoot! Be off with ya! No, I don't think so. I want to see this place. That's strange. I know there's a way through around here somewhere. What do you want? I already told you. I told you, be off with ya! There's definitely more to this. Wow, check out that wall painting. It said that a crystal sphere that makes trees grow is enshrined somewhere around here. Based on the painting here, I'd say the rumor must be true. Still, something's not right. Don't you think there's something missing from this painting? I have to agree with you there. And it's missing a sun. Ooh, very pretty. Whoa! Wow. What in heaven's name? How did that happen? Well, now I can go hide. I mean, now I can go train. Yeah, that's it. Bye! painting of an ancient ritual. It ain't that bad, and that's a lot coming from the great Issun. By the way, I think when Issun is glowing, then that means there's something nearby worth investigating. Come on, wall jump, please. Thank you. Hmm? Hello, what do we have here? Looks like a little sapling. Question is, how are we going to get it to grow? This strange place. Is this really the secret training ground Susanoo mentioned? Speaking of which, where'd Pops go anyway? Good question. He probably hid under a boulder somewhere, knowing our luck. What's up with this tiny sapling? Hmm? I saw a faint scent like Saki is coming from this sapling. You got a point there. That's for certain. I wonder, can I draw a sun? And somehow that worked. Huh? I bet something will happen if we can just get this right. I know this room's hiding some kind of secret. Alright. Definitely worth looking around a bit more. I mean, that should be obvious, but hey, still worth looking anyway. Oh, and by the way, if you didn't hear that sound effect just now, I think if you touch one of these mirrors, both your health and your ink energy is restored. So that's something to keep in mind. It's also really neat. So if you need to get yourself out of the jam relatively quickly, that is one way of doing it. Let's see. Okay, not enough praise to increase our stats yet. What now? You foul beast! How did you get in here? Foul beast? Oh, it's a bear. It looks pretty dang cute. But don't go poking the bear. I'm just saying. You have some nerve sneaking into my private training ground. Now you shall get a taste of my new secret technique. Your foul beast looks like an ordinary sleepy bear to me, Pops. Enough talk! My blade thirsts for battle. How about you? Here goes nothing. Susanoo style, Susanoo! Su! Sa! No! Susanoo! Now for Susanoo style! Exploding implosion! And somehow it did not kill the bear, but instead just woke it up. Hmm? That'll teach you, you foolish beast! You're no match for my new secret technique! Rest in peace, foul beast. The great warrior Susanoo condemns the offense, not the offender. Anyway, there are other monsters I must deal with. I wonder what's up his, hole. But anyway, the quote-unquote beast is not dead. It just simply went back to sleep. Sheesh, it's still sleeping, like, well, a bear. What a snore. Makes Susanoo sound like a kitten's purr. Well, isn't that kind of a good thing? This crystal sphere is filled with leaves. Is this sphere used in the ritual for a good harvest or something? Hey, didn't that wall painting have a sphere-like object on it? Yeah, it did, actually. And it looks like we need to move the spear to a point where we can shine its holy light onto something. Which, that should be pretty easy to do. And of course, I will be saving once more because, well, as is tradition, you never know what may happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, thankfully pushing this spear really isn't that hard to do. Just getting it up the hill is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but really it shouldn't be that bad. Okay. Damn it! Stop rolling the wrong way! Go up the hill, there you go. And now we roll you over here. Beautiful. Now then, let the ritual commence! And actually commence properly. Wow, someone had a lot of time on their hands to think all this up. So this was that sphere that the wall, in that wall painting. And in case you forgot what you need to do, you need to draw the sun in the sky so it can shine on the sphere. I bet this sphere here is magic or something. We have to agree. Why don't we shine a light upon it and find out for ourselves? Boom, baby. Ooh, pretty. Well, the tree grew, but where are the sakuras? Hey, is this a guardian sapling? It's all withered like the others. Yeah, that's something I'm kind of wondering about too. What the? Who turned out the lights? Oh, it's another constellation, Emmy. Let's see what this constellation is. Okay. Looks like for this one we need to add 2 stars. By the way, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm 100% certain these do have proper names. But again, I don't know what they are. Are you a monkey or something? Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. My gratitude for releasing my body from its slumber. Please accept my humble thanks in return for your great kindness. I am Shakagami? I'm gonna go with that. I'm Shakagami, one of the cumulative of flora gods known as the Hanagami. My brethren and I have been entrusted with the brush techniques known collectively as Green Sprout. I now grant my humble power to you. Use it wisely. Sounds good to me. Boom, baby. Another power added to the collection. That was Shakagami, one of the gods of flora. Apparently, the bloom brush technique can make flowers blossom, simply by drawing a circle on a withered tree, just like unleashing the power of the sun. Hey, maybe make the withered guardian sapling blossom too. Hey, it's worth a shot. Well, what do you know? It worked. Boom, baby. Unleash the power of the sun. Contains 5% juice. Ooh, man, that's nice. Awesome. Nice to have some additional praise. Wow, look at how everything grew back so quickly. Sakuya wasn't kidding about the power of the guardian saplings. So this is what Hana Valley's supposed to look like. Seems Sakuya's guardian sapling has lifted the evil curse. I'm not sure how weak the gods have become recently, but it must have taken some wickedly strong power to suppress this. This magnificent guardian sapling. Even if you are Shiranui reborn, we might be up against more than we bargained for. Hey, Amy, what about that withered guardian sapling outside? I bet you could revive it like you did this one. And by bringing that guardian sapling back to life, we might be able to lift the curse there too. What are we waiting for? Leap before you think, right? Nice, and another trophy added to the collection. And thus we learned how to bloom. And no, we don't need balloons to do it. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. And who cares? Whoa. Hey there, buddy. I guess you want to party, huh? Well, guess what? Party's here! Later, dude. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to pick up any and all of the yen that happens to spawn around here, because if you happen to forget, then it's going to cause problems later. I'm just saying. Man, it sure is taking a while just to get this guy to pop his head. I don't think cutting him will do anything, or will it? No, of course not. So really, all it takes at that point is just a good old smack across the head in order to knock some sense into him. Oh, and by the way, pausing the game is the same as activating the Celestial Brush in 99% of situations in the game. So that's something worth mentioning. So if you happen to be in trouble and you need to use an item in order to heal yourself and prevent yourself from going to the Shadow Realm, you can easily bring up the pause menu and heal yourself that way if you want. It's up to you. Also nice, more animals spawned. Guess it's time to share some feed. Okay, not interested. How about this? Cool, regular feed. Regular feed works. Dang, man. I was hoping to get another demon fang or two, but hey, it is what it is. Not a big deal. Hmm? That creepy old tree just won't give up. I got an idea, Amy. Maybe we could hit its fruit right back at it. And while it's stunned, you could use Bloom to rid it of evil. Sounds good. And there we go. All done. Everything is right with the world again. Although, it just seems to me that not everything is quite going all hunky-dory. This statue is still messed up. Still all dirty. But that's proof it's been watching over us for ages. Perhaps there's a way to clean it. Whoa, Emmy, hold on! Anna Valley looks so much better now, but what about this gloomy patch of grass? You can use the power of Bloom to fill it in. Just fill it with your brush and Bloom will take care of it. Okay. Oh, that's not quite what I had in mind. There we go. That's what should have happened. But hey, better late than never. And we obtained the Green Sprout Tips. Okay, cool. So, these are essentially guides. Let's see, use green sprout technique. Poke holes in the ground with dots. The inks become as seeds and trees spring forth, confounding foes. The life force vegetation emits is a bane of evil. Ooh. Okay, so that can be very helpful against those enemies that go underground. Neat. There was a scroll here too, eh? Amy, this looks like the travel guide. It's an ancient record of a pilgrimage across the land. If this were the real thing, it'd normally be worth a fortune, but with all the copies out there, you probably wouldn't get as much for it. At any rate, if you ever want to read it, just press the touchpad on the right-hand side to open the fan menu. It may sound rather preachy, but it should at least help you in your travels. This is true. This is something I could definitely agree with. Come on, tree, attack me. Not like that, you numbskull. Thank you. Just like that. That's better. Also, restoring life like this, definitely well worth your time because, yeah, when it comes to something like that, definitely would recommend 100%. Also, I know I just raised my health, but hey, better to be safe than sorry. Also, ow! I didn't think they actually dealt damage, but hey, it is what it is. It's no big deal. Oops, didn't quite mean to chop down that poor tree. Don't worry, the tree will grow back. And it'll do so relatively quickly, too. There is one other thing worth noting, and that is if you do run out of ink, it will take a little bit of time for 3 of your ink pots to fill back up. So be careful about that. Now then. Looks like these monsters are back. Might as well go and teach them a lesson. That wasn't what I wanted to do. There we go, that's better. And here I was hoping for a triple kill. Dang it, still out of ink. Okay, that's better. Ooh, nice. Not quite a double, but hey, that's alright. Not the worst thing in the world. Honestly, when it comes to getting your ranks and stuff, while it is very beneficial to go for the highest ranks possible, it's not exactly easy to do that. Especially if the enemies are super tough. Here we go. All done. More praise for us? Sweet. I think we got enough praise to do something new now. Okay, not quite. We're only 4 praise short for being able to raise our health again. And here I thought I could do a big circle and revive 2 trees. Good job. Alright. One at a time it is. There we go. What do we have here? Monkeys! Monkey! Apparently they like meat. When it comes to the timing of that particular minigame there, I don't know the exact timing when it comes to that. I just try to go for a nice dump and hope for the best. But that's just me. Doesn't always work out, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Also nice, I just realized I revived another tree in the distance. Neato. When it comes to reviving trees, definitely revive as many as you can. Whenever you come across a dead tree like this, use Bloom and you'll be good to go. You'll not only earn some nice praise, but you'll also earn some fruit in return. Digging tips. Scroll down the Wandering Artist. It contains useful information. Okay. Let's see what this is. A clover. Funny enough, I think this is a representation of Clover Studios, who were the original developers for Ōkami back on the PlayStation 2. Later they were, unfortunately, shortly after this game was released, they became dissolved. However, it does have a happy ending when it comes to Clover Studio, because they would later reform and become Platinum Games, aka the same company behind the Bayonetta games, and also Star Fox Zero, which, let me just say, is overhated. I'm just saying, Star Fox Zero is not a bad game. It's not terrible. It's not the greatest Star Fox game, but it's not the worst. Another clover. Neat. And by the way, reviving clovers like this is very, very beneficial. As you can see, it gives you a lot of praise. So definitely do it. Now then, since I have enough praise to raise my ink again, might as well go ahead and do that. Better to have more ink than not enough ink. Like, unfortunately, I've been dealing with for quite a while now. Alright. I know we're getting close to the 3-hour mark, but I'm going to keep going for a bit longer. We'll see how much more we can get done in today's session. Because I kind of want to make up for what happened yesterday, if I'm being honest. Oh, dang it. Okay, that's a new brush technique in the bag. Now, Emmy, before you get all excited and forget what you're supposed to do, I have an important tip for you. Ready? Okay, then. If you ever forget what to do next, press the touchpad on the right-hand side to open the fan menu, and then take a look at the logbook. You'll find your journal there. Okay, cool. And you can also take a look back at older conversations too that are very important, like this one. So, that's pretty nice. Your journal is a record of the important dialogue you've heard. It shows all the important info you have in that furry little head. Just dig up info the way I just showed you, and you'll be able to recall important things. Your adventure will be a lot easier if you remember this. Also remember, first things first. Okay, let's get going. Sounds good to me. But before we continue, there is something else I kind of want to look at here. Let's go to the travel guide. Digging tips. Press triangle to dig holes. This simple act has great depth. Spots that appear empty may emit light in the darkness. Dig with the triangle in these spots to find great treasures. That is not the only advantage of digging holes. You may notice a green glow in areas with lush vegetation. Dig there with triangle to reveal a withered clover. Use the celestial brush to rejuvenate these clovers. The newly restored clovers will net you much praise, which I've already went over, so yeah, that's pretty neat. Also, we have the bestiary. The bestiary will reveal all the different monsters of which we've encountered so far, and also a bit of information about them too, which might also reveal some weaknesses too. Let's see here. So really, this digs more into the lore of these creatures. So for this one, this is a red imp, and this is a green imp. This one is a yellow imp. Okay, let's see. Jump to avoid the attacks that shake the earth. Legend tells us to lure them from the ground and strike from behind. Though riddled with disease, they are often portrayed whimsically. Okay. So that's something to keep in mind, too. Upon your first encounter, you'll have to figure out how to defeat these things on your own. But after you do happen to defeat one, they will be registered in your... I lost the sound. How long have I lost the sound? Shit. Avermedia, where are you? Here you go. Properties. Deactivate. Activate. How long have I lost the sound? If anyone is still here, how long has the sound been cut out? Because this absolutely blows. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to redo a good chunk of the game because I did not realize I lost the frickin' sound! Damn it! Ugh! If it ain't one thing, it's another. Well, I'm gonna have to figure out how much footage I lost. And depending on where I'm at, I may have to redo a good chunk of the game and re-record it. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to call the session here because of the fact that I've lost the sound for the game audio. And I don't know how long I've lost it for. It could have been for a few minutes, or it could have been for much longer than that. I have no idea. So, again, I really do apologize, but what can I say? Technical difficulties are apparently my best friend, and I hate it. So, anyway, I bid you all adieu for today. This is General Snivy with Ōkami HD. Thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully this entire session won't be completely unusable. But there's only one way to find out, and I have a feeling I'm going to have to redo this session yet again. What a terrible feeling this is. But whatever. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time. Let's see if we can rate someone before we end the stream. And it looks like I'm going to filter by following anyone online. Well, looks like Thunderful is live, and so is Video Game Shay. So, why don't we go and raid her? Yeah, let's go ahead and start the raid. Alright, well, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.